And I am live. Welcome to day number 16 of my 30-day Go Live challenge of dropping from head into my heart. And today I feel called to going a little bit deeper. And I realized that it's not about every single day having these big things to share. Like yesterday was small, right? But today I feel called to go a bit deeper and to talk about guilt. Now, the old me would have never say that I had any guilt inside myself. And just because you say that you don't have something does not mean that it's not inside you, stuck. Especially from your younger days when things happen and you didn't know how to process it, or you didn't know, I guess, yeah, what to do with it. So you kind of just avoided it. But avoiding it does not mean that it is not there, right? It's the elephant in the room. And a lot of people walk around with this guilt, and this guilt actually influences the decisions that you make and how you live on a day-to-day life, and how many doors, I should say, that you keep open or if you close them. And an example for me is I haven't always been the nicest person. Now that's hard to say because nice obviously is perspective of your own mind, your version of what nice is. But nice to me is I haven't always said nice things to everyone, including my parents, including my family. I haven't made the best decisions, or the decision, I should say this, the decisions that I've made actually impacted family negatively, cousins, friends, everyone negatively. And I had some guilt within me on that. And when I exposed this, I started to realize that there is actually no need for this guilt for how I treated my parents, right? And the reason there is no need for this guilt is because I accept myself fully. I accept that when whatever I said or did in that moment, even if it hurt someone else, I was doing it to the best of my ability in that moment. In that present state, with all of the information that I had, with my big emotions, I made a decision. Now, if I second guess that decision, if I don't own it, then for the rest of my life, I'm never going to be able to be my true self because I'm always going to be afraid of hurting someone. I'm always going to be afraid of someone not liking me or loving me, right? So I'm going to let that guilt fester to keep me small. But there is no reason for me to feel guilty for who I am and who I have been. Now, the reason I can let go of this guilt is because I can look back at my past today and say, yes, there are instances when I should not have said that. But can I go back and change the past? No. So why am I spending time thinking about what I should and should not have done? What I can do though is look back and say, today, with the information I have today, I would make better choices, better decisions than I did then. But then I made the best that I can. 5 years from today, I'm pretty sure I'm going to look back and say, today, I would make better decisions, right? Because we're always growing, we're always evolving. So it's for you to own yourself fully. It's for you to acknowledge that, yes, you can be a better person and then go do that. It's for you to acknowledge that, yes, I've made a mistake and I didn't learn from it, and I made a mistake again and I still didn't learn from it. But the third time I learned from it and I moved on. And yes, it's for you to acknowledge that, yes, you've hurt people in your past. We've all hurt people in our past. That doesn't make us bad people. It makes us human beings who are growing and evolving. And as long as you continue to grow and evolve, then there is no reason to have any guilt because it's part of the journey. It's part of you being your authentic self. And in order, this life is ups and downs, right? So in order to be a really great person, it means they're going to have times when you're not so great because it has to balance off, right? There are always times when you can do better. So how about let go of that guilt that you hold on to? Or first of all, I should tell some of you, look for the guilt that you have. Because you might be telling yourself that you have none, that I haven't done anything wrong. But every single person who was born, every single person who lives on this planet right now has done wrong things. You have hurt someone with your decisions. And that is okay. I'm here to tell you it's okay, because all the information you had in that moment allowed you to make that best decision for you. You do better and you move on. And that's it. And I found that by me letting go of these guilts, these heaviness, I've actually been able to rebuild relationships, the same ones that I have avoided for so long. And I've rebuilt them in such a powerful, amazing way, because I'm now rebuilding them as the real me. I'm rebuilding them knowing that I may hurt them again, but it's all good, because I'm not intentionally hurting anyone. What I'm actually doing is doing what is best for me to make sure that I move forward in my life. And there's a flip side to that. It means when people seemingly hurt you, they're doing the same thing. No one intentionally hurts someone else. They just choose themselves. And it's up to us to know that it's okay, because I want to be able to choose myself. So it's okay for you to choose yourself too. And it's okay if you do something that seemingly hurts me, because it's for me to recognize that can't hurt me unless I allow it. It might temporarily hurt me the moment it hits, right? But it's up to me to choose if I want to turn that into suffering or let go of the pain. Because what you choose to do in your life literally has nothing to do with me, right? So that is what I feel called to share today about guilt and just letting it go and just owning who you are, no matter how many mistakes you have made, no matter how many bad things you've said about people, no matter what you have done in your life. Let go of the guilt, forgive yourself, and do better. Every day, just become a better version of yourself and love the growth. That's how I fell in love with myself, because I look at who I started off and I look every day at who I am becoming, and I am in love with that person. And if today I'm in love with that person, imagine 5 years from now. So that's it for me today. I will see you guys tomorrow on day number 17. Take care.